Yo, YouTube, what's up today? I got something interesting for you, and that is Bitcoin and space. So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin is a blockchain that is meant for peer to peer transactions that takes away a central transactor. We no longer need the third party for the transaction. It is from one person to the other. For especially this is going to be big for private companies and industries. They don't need a centralized bank no more, which is a very big threat on one hand to centralization, but it's also a birth to another way of being centralized, I guess you could say. Because there's still a certain point you're going to have to be centralized, but you'll be centralized through the private industries that you work for or whatever ruling factor you take a job in. That's how it'll be transact. So, first, we're going to go, what does Bitcoin got to do with space? That is the weirdest question and one that I have been following for years. And I've never spoke about it and I don't like talking about it out loud because you get people and they're like, well, this, that, and the other. And if you live in the South where I am, nobody wants to hear anything about Barack Obama because they are just so far one sided on actually understanding a presidency instead of judging a presidency. So this is where I want to start. Bitcoin was created on January 3rd of 2009. Its market was dual. All you hear is boom, nothing's going to happen. It's Bitcoin. Nothing's going to happen. It's Bitcoin. Nothing's going to happen. It's a scam. It's a scam. It's a scam. Bitcoin, just did its thing. It still went up. It still went up. But you just hear it's a scam. It's a scam. October 11th, 2010. Barack Obama gives the biggest funding and new way of approach into the space program, which was NASA. NASA basically agreed with this new thing that now private commercial industry are going to shoot rockets from NASA. So it happens. October 26th, boom, Bitcoin sees a new high price. 15 days later, Bitcoin, 2 weeks and a day, Bitcoin gets a new all time high. All right. So from 2010, 2012, Bitcoin's got that little slow rise into it's kind of staying stagnant. It's kind of, it's doing its thing. 2012 hits. 2012, they're starting to plan these private commercial flights into space. 2013 rolls around. We have our first launch from a private company in this new way of doing things at NASA. Big, big, big. All right. Because as soon as these things start launching, boom, we get a new all time high in 2013. This is how crazy this is what happens if you start paying attention. The dominoes fall into place. So 2017 was known as the space flight revolution. It was a space flight revolution. There was more rockets shot to the International Space Station, bringing more cargo and more things ever than before for science experiment and expedition. I'm going to go ahead and say expedition out to space. This is why this stuff was brought there. So, boom, 2017. What price are we looking at? We see 20,000 for Bitcoin. All right, 20,000. So now, after that year, it's a year I want to say, all right, NASA's broke even. They've made their money. Now, what are we going to do with they're making now? And that's where I want to say we're going to enter Donald Trump. Donald Trump come in. Donald Trump took the profits of Bitcoin and this private space industry that NASA has now opened up for, and we get Space Force. Of course, that's where the money's flowing in from. So then we kind of have a down year and all this stuff because then we get COVID come in and we get a couple of years, but Bitcoin still held up during all that. Bitcoin still held up during all that. And then 2022 comes along, we get the release of ChatGPT, which is basically a glorified human, low risk artificial intelligence we can have access to. And once again, we see Bitcoin go up. And artificial intelligence is going to play a huge role into space exploration. Understand that artificial intelligence will be the leading role in space exploration. This is just how it's going to be. It saves lives to a certain extent. So that leaves us to today. All right. ETFs get approved for the United States of America. ETFs get approved for China in 2024. But I want you to take note to something that happened with China's ETF approval. Remember, it went live just last week. This is May 7th, and I believe it went live last Monday, which I don't know the correct date onto it, but it went live last Monday. By the end of the weekend, it's no joke, by the end of the weekend, China has a video that comes out showing they got a space station coming. They have a space station. Who else is involved in that space station, according to their figures? Is NASA. So, hey, these ETFs get released. We're getting new space information on the daily. So, it sums it up. First of all, Elon Musk plays a huge role in this. Barack Obama was one of the founding fathers to lay the foundation of it out. Actually, Elon Musk laid the foundation. Obama paved the way for it. So if you love Bitcoin and hate Obama, you're goofy as shit because you don't know what the hell is going on. And this is really, really important for the future of our country and space travel and the world. So where are we going from here with this? So as you can see, all right, Elon Musk, I think it was 2014. It was either 2013, 2014. Elon Musk released information about going to Mars. All right. 2016, we get Starlink. Starlink is very important with communication from Mars to the Earth, especially if we're going to do blockchain technology. So, where's the best place to test internet out? Starlink. So, another question. When we go to Mars, we're going to have Starlink. When we go to the moon, we're going to have Starlink. These things are here to stay, people. They are here for blockchain purposely because this is where we're going. So, even right now in May, if anybody's keeping up with the news, we're seeing the value of gold go up. We're seeing a lot about how BRICS is going to take away the power of the US dollar. Well, guys, we have the answer sitting right in front of us. Bitcoin. Let's talk about it. It's time to have a serious conversation about it. These countries is pulling away from fiat. What is going to save us? What is going to be the most thing that helps us get back on better terms to back ourselves and possibly even back the dollar? Is Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin, what happens next? It becomes the first galactic currency. I'm going to say it's going to be a galactic currency. The United States will still have its dollar. The Chinese will still have its yen. Russia will still have its rubble trash that it has. So Bitcoin is going to be something that actually drives people away more from their centralized government bankings, which is a good thing actually in the long run. You know, Bitcoin is going to definitely need big corporation support like BlackRock, Grayscale, all these guys. behind it, pushing for the future. But Bitcoin has paved the way for our space travel. It is paving a way for a new revolution in spaceflight and space exploration, science experiments, and I think you guys got to know that I think we've been looking at it all wrong. Bitcoin is not a scam. Bitcoin is going to absolutely protect our US dollar. It is going to make us absolutely happy in the future. You know, it's here. But I do believe that we are going to see dogs in space, and Bitcoin help pave the way for it. And what the basic functionality of this is going to be is Bitcoin is going to be the main function source. But let's use Doge for example. That's why I said dogs in space. Doge, if you work for Elon Musk and you hold a job in space, what is a preferable way to be paid? Doge or US fiat that has no value on the fucking moon? It will have zero value on the moon. So now we got Doge. Doge can pay his people. People can pay their bills in Doge. It works. Doge be backed by basically Bitcoin, saying this is a valid way of paying people. These are the things we are to expect to come, you know, and even right now, Elon Musk is laying these things out because I'm pretty sure he's opening up the idea of paying your Tesla payment in Doge, which is cool. You know, if you're a follower of Elon Musk and you follow him, you're going to have success. So if that's what he wants to do, just, hey, let him do it. Let's test it out. Let's make sure it's going to work. Because, hey, listen, if we're going to pay for Teslas with Doge, I want to pay for a fucking space rover with Doge. Let's be real. That's how it should work. But guys, these are just my thoughts. These are some things that I've seen over the last few years. Actually, last few years since the creation of Bitcoin and my little investigations into it. But I hope you enjoy it. Please like, subscribe, and give me a comment on what you think. And do you think that Bitcoin is playing a major factor in the role of space exploration? Let me know. Have a good day.